Celtics.com. It seems like tonight you weren't just taking the open looks that they gave you, but you were looking for your shot more so than you have basically in all the playoffs. What's changed for you over the past few days?
Just my legs have, they've got considerably better. I see my leg, my ankle. Just going to the game, starting game, having my leg underneath me is, for me, it's a huge deal now. How I feel now is a lot different from how I started the game, but that's what it's all about, like getting myself prepared, getting myself ready. And so, I feel like I have my lift starting the game. And, for me and for this team, that's huge. I try to keep myself ready. And, off days, you do what you can to stay out your feet.
Back room, Peter.
Ray, is this something that you, in terms of just getting your lift back and getting to the point where you are now, I mean, is this something that you could envision like 2 weeks ago, or whenever you were at your lowest point in terms of your foot?
Well, at my lowest point, I was ready to have surgery. I didn't think that I would get any better because I was doing all the things I needed to do, treatment-wise, and just staying off of it. It didn't seem like it was any better, so I just stayed with it and stayed off of it, and did what I had to do, and it just progressively got better with time. And we'll see how it feels once the season ends.
So it's not a question of like mind over matter right now. It actually does feel better.
I would say it is. There is, it's a percentage of mind over matter. Just for me, it's as aggressive as I run coming off screens. I have to, almost be a little ginger in one certain direction, so I don't aggravate it too much more than what it already is. And I know what I'm dealing with, so I just try to work through that.
Look inside Mark.
Mark Spears, Yahoo Sports. Both you guys just come with your thoughts on what's on without out, and feel like they, maybe we attack more. Just your thoughts on that.
It was like chess. They took our queen, and then we took their queen. So to speak. All went out. They both had 5 fouls, and it's all we always talk about getting into the game, making sure that we don't do anything to where we get a call against us, and that was one of those situations. And I told Paul before we came out of timeout, just be smart out there because you never know what can happen. That was just a bad situation that we're in. So we got plenty of guys. MP and Marquise and Keon came in and they did a great job defensively for us. So our guys are ready.
You've been played out in a lot of games, but talk about the oddity of 2 players of that nature found out on this level with so much time left in the game. Such a crucial time.
I don't ever think I've seen that before, but Rondo's on the floor, I'm on the floor, Kevin's on the floor, Wade is on the floor. All the game has to be done. All that has to happen is it has to be won. We don't care about what it looks like. We just want to win the game, and we had plenty. From that point moving forward, we had an idea of what we need to do to close the game out. So that was all that we cared about at that point.
Kevin Weiss, Nation Boston. This question's for either of you. Could you just talk about the energy over the past 2 games from the crowd?
For me, the crowd has been great. It's as good as I've ever seen it. People who we all have friends in town, family. That's the one thing that they commented on after game 3, how amazing the building was and how energetic they were. It got loud to some points where we couldn't even talk to each other, standing next to each other on the floor. And that's what you love about being home. And this building, for me, more than any building I've played in ever. It's my favorite building I've ever played.
Shrub Levy, Comcast Sportsnet. This question is for both of you guys. With Keon Dooling and Marcus James off the bench, can both of you guys discuss what those guys have meant to you guys beyond what we're seeing these last couple of games as far as their scoring and defense?
I think they've been great for us. That play speaks for itself, but not just on the court, off the court. Those guys have been great, great veteran leaders. Coming in, showing young guys how to do it. They haven't played any minutes in the playoffs, but the name has been called. They've been delivering, and that's what we need. It's a team effort. It's kind of similar in 08, you know, it's not the superstars that get all the praises, well, they do get all the praise, but it's the guys like the, you know, the P.J. Browns, the Posies, that we needed to step up, which we did in 08, and it's kind of similar to what we're doing this year.
Last couple questions.
Jared Weiss, CLNS Radio. Rondo, can you talk about Kevin's defensive impacts in the overtime period?
Kevin's our best defender. You know, that's not a secret. When he's out there, obviously our plus is a lot better. He does so many little things on the floor as far as helping everyone. He's our best communicator. He's our best, you know, defensive rebounder. He does it all.
Jackie, final question.
Yeah, Rajon, after that fourth foul, which all four were offensive fouls, actually, that they fouled him. Yeah. You could talk about that if you like.
No, I can't.
Yeah. But you really were involved in the offense for quite a long time after that, until the last few minutes. You picked two of those nice teardrops. Just take me through your mindset a little bit there, if you can.
I didn't want to be too aggressive because I very had 4 offensive fouls, but you know, I try to get my teammates involved. You know, it's not a one-man show; it's not a two-man show. We have 5 guys in the court that put the ball in the hole, and we look for each other. So I didn't feel like I had to force anything. I just tried to call the sets, which were for you know, Kevin, Ray, and Paul, and they delivered.
Can I just follow to it? I don't think I'm not a lip reader, but I think you said at one point to Kevin, right after Pearson went, you looked at him and said, "Time for us to step up." Am I correct there?
Said it's a little something like that.
Yeah.
You got good eyesight, you see like that.
No, I told Kevin, you know, it's time. You know, we have to take the game over. You know, I didn't look at Ray and tell him, but he knew what time it was. At that particular time in the game, you know, the lead score goes out. You got to step up and make plays, and that's what we did with the team. But like I said earlier, I don't want to force anything. I'm trying to take what the defense gave us. They got a couple switches, and I try to throw it up to Kevin, which we did in game 3, and make plays.
Rajon Ray, thank you very much. Thank you both.
Thank you.